All right, this video is about 11.4 managing housing costs. It's the last section of our booklet. So try these. What are 3 types of repairs that a home might need? You can write down furnace repairs, plumbing repairs, and window sealing. There's obviously a lot more. So our first parts, the roof on Henry's house is 5 years old. With good care, it should last about 15 to 30 years. Suppose that Henry does not do preventative maintenance. What expensive emergency repairs might he have to do later? Right here it says preventative maintenance are small repairs that are done to keep maintenance problems from becoming larger and more expensive to fix. So what regular job should he do to protect his roof? Well, we have replace damaged or missing shingles, trim tree branches, watch for winter ice buildup, clean eaves troughs. Suppose that Henry does not do the jobs you listed. What expensive repairs might he have to do? Henry's house might need a new roof. The walls might need to be repaired if the roof leaks. Okay, so example 1, we have Dilvan and Kavia pay $1,700 per year to heat their house with a conventional furnace. The cost of buying and installing a high efficiency furnace is almost $5,000. How long would it take for the energy savings to pay off? Right here we have percentage efficiency 95 versus 60. How much would it cost for Dilvan and Kavia to heat their house with the new furnace? Use the chart at the left. Heating cost with new furnace is the efficiency of the old one divided by the efficiency of the new one times the old annual cost. So you're doing a little ratio. So we have 60% over 95% times the cost of $1,700 per year. That comes out to $1,073.68. So it will cost them about that much a year. Okay, then how much would they save on heating costs? Well, you take the $1,700 and you subtract the $1,073 that we just calculated. 62632. That's how much they would save per year. And how long would it take to cover the new furnace? Well, number of years to pay off the cost is just the original cost of the high efficiency divided by the savings, which will be 7.66. So about 7.7 years. How would housing costs be different for renting instead of owning a home? Yeah, so a lot of people rent before they buy. Mr. K kind of did that, I guess. How would the housing costs be different? I guess you wouldn't have to worry too much about some of the costs because the owner would be responsible under your contract. So things would change. Okay, example 2. Megan owns a house at an assessed value of $186,000. Assessed value is the dollar value of property used as a basis for taxes. You can look up this assessed value on any home in Winnipeg online. Property taxes are based on 45% of the assessed value. The mill rate is 15.295 for municipal taxes and 14.173 for school division taxes. So we have mill rate, the rate of the tax per 1,000 of the relevant part of a home's value. Then there's a frontage levy of $140.25, and then she gets an education tax credit of $650. How much are the property taxes for her house? So this is all what's taken into consideration when you're doing your taxes, when you're buying a house, and you have to fill out forms, and you get a sense of how much you have to pay to actually own a home. Solution. So what is the portioned assessment of Megan's house? That means the amount that is a percent of the value of a home that is taxed. They don't actually tax you the whole value, just for part. So the portioned assessment is 45% of the assessed value. So we're going to go 45% times the assessed value of 186,000. That'll give you 83,700. So that's her portioned assessment. What is the mill rate for municipal and school taxes? So this is how the province, the city, the government gets a municipal tax and a school tax. They use a total mill rate. The total mill rate is a municipal tax mill rate and the school division tax mill rate. So that was given to us as 15,295 plus 14,173. Combined, that's 29,468 mils. So that's their total. So what are the total property taxes for her house? Well, that is the proportioned assessment divided by 1,000 times the total mill rate, the frontage levy, minus her tax credit, which is something that is given to her. So we're going to put all of our stuff in. We have 29,468 for the mill rate. We have a portioned assessment of 83,700. We have frontage levy of 140.25, and they got a credit of 650 for Ed. That'll give you a total of 1,956.72. So the top property taxes for Megan's house for the year is almost $2,000, which isn't actually that much. Typical houses in Winnipeg range from 25 to even up to 7,000 per year for property taxes. Okay, moving on to the practice stuff. All right, so for the practice section, I'm gonna do 2, 4, and 6. So number 1, you guys write down rent or buy for any of these benefits. Number 2, Robin and Bill will need new vinyl siding for the front of their home in 2 years. The siding will cost about $5,600. Robin and Bill want to save money to pay for the siding. How much must they save per day to have that much in 2 years? Well, you just have to do 5,600 divided by 365 days times 2 years. And they'll have to save about $7.62 per day. Now, why is it helpful to determine the daily cost for home maintenance? Well, it's helpful because you can determine how much you have to save per day versus just come up with the amount at once at the end. So it puts it in perspective how much you have to put away every day. So maybe convert this to a weekly or maybe bi-weekly, depending on what you get, and then you can put that away on your check easier. So we could even do that. Let's say it's $8 times, let's do bi-weekly, 14 days. We're looking at $112 per paycheck is what they should pay, put away for saving for 2 years. That's why it's good to break it down. Okay, 3 is you guys. So number 4. Let's do Jess and Corey. They plan to insulate the walls in their basement. This should reduce their heating cost by 14%. The wall area is 832 square feet. The cost is $7 per square foot with insulation and taxes. What's the total cost? So total cost is going to be the 832 square foot right here times it's $7.28 per square foot. Those cancel. It's going to be about $6,056.96. That's how much it will cost to insulate their walls. Justin Corey's current heating bill is $22.60 per year. How much will they save then? So savings is going to be 14%. That's what they gave us in the question. 0.14% times 2260. $316.40 per year. That's how much they would save per year. If this connects to the other page and they're going to say, how many years will it take to save that much money? You could kind of think about that. Yeah, there you go. Suppose that the price of fuel stays the same. How many years will it take to cover the cost of insulating their basement? It's like I could write these books myself, kids. All you got to do is divide the 6,000 by 316 to get how many years it would take to get this covering the cost. It's probably like 20. Would you suggest that they do it? You can say yes or no. Depends how you explain it. Okay, let's go to number 6. Edwin and Sky own a home that has an assessed value of almost $300,000. Property taxes are 45% of the assessed value. The mill rate is that for municipal and that for school division. They get an education tax credit of $700. How much are their property taxes? So we have 45% of the 291. This is exactly like the question we did before in the examples. So 131 is the portion of assessment that they can be taxed on. Total mill rate, you just add the mills, 10.084 plus 14.290. We get a total mill rate of 24,374. Then it even shows us this. So all we have to do is fill in the total mill rate, 24,374 times 131,310 over 1,000 minus the education tax of 700. And they don't have any other taxes or frontage fees or anything. So they have property taxes of $2,555. Excellent. Easier than our example, actually. And then number 7 is you guys. An estimate for annual maintenance cost for 2%. So that's just building on number 6. That is the book. We'll be moving on to Unit 3 in future videos then. Awesome.